Current relations between India and Canada. What's happening between India and Canada? Relations between India and Canada have been rocky for some time. But this week, they hit new lows. After Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Monday accused India of assassinating a Canadian Sikh in British Columbia, India angrily denied the charges. Both countries are up in arms, and the diplomatic row shows no sign of easing anytime soon. India and Canada stand at the precipice of a breakdown in relations. Trudeau has only himself to blame. The Canadian Prime Minister's habit of turning a blind eye toward extremism in his country, secessionists who violently advocate for Khalistan, a separate homeland for Sikhs, has made him the most disliked world leader in India. His claim that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Indian government is behind the murder of one such person, Hardeep Singh Nijjar, the leader of the self-proclaimed Khalistan Tiger Force, and a designated terrorist in India, has cemented his poor reputation. Nijjar was wanted for multiple crimes in India. In 2016, Indian authorities filed a red notice with Interpol for his arrest. On June 18, he was fatally shot in the parking lot of a Sikh temple by unidentified assailants. At the time, some Canadian journalists pointed to internecine battles within Khalistani groups. It has all the makings of a gangland hit, Terry Milevsky, an expert on the global Khalistan network, said. Now, almost 4 months later, Trudeau is declaring Nijjar's death an assassination. To Indians, the timing is as suspect as the claim. Their skepticism is based on Trudeau's track record. Open incitement to violence against Indians has flourished on his watch. Sikh extremists have paraded floats celebrating the assassination of former Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, put up "Kill India" posters calling for violence against Indian diplomats and vandalized Hindu temples. Trudeau has even attended and participated in events that have glorified militants while actively courting the Canadian Sikh vote. Indian diplomats have repeatedly registered their objections. And the Indian public has taken note. While Trudeau was at the recent Group of 20 meeting in New Delhi, Nijjar's lawyer, Gurpatwant Pannan, called for the political death of India's top leadership. "We are coming for you," he bellowed. In another video, he demanded that Hindus in Canada go back. India's anger toward Trudeau traces its roots to frustrations with his father, Pierre Trudeau, who was Prime Minister of Canada from 1968 to 1979, and again from 1980 to 1984. In 1982, Trudeau turned down India's request to hand over a Sikh militant named Talwinder Singh Parmar. Parmar went on to become the head of the terrorist organization that placed a bomb on an Air India flight in 1985. The bomb exploded midair, killing 329 people, 268 of them Canadian citizens. In 2016, soon after Justin Trudeau became Prime Minister, a parole board released the only person convicted for the bombing after he had served just 2/3 of a 9-year sentence. In 2018, when Trudeau visited India, Punjab State's Chief Minister, Amarinder Singh, handed him a list of wanted terrorists, which included Nijjar. Trudeau, like his father before him, did nothing. The Canadian Prime Minister has not revealed any evidence regarding Nijjar's killing, so it will not be taken seriously in India. Most people see Trudeau's accusations as a desperate attempt to contain his falling popularity at the expense of India's international reputation. The damage will be difficult to repair. According to Canada, for years, India and Canada strengthened their ties slowly and by mutual interest. By 2022, the Trudeau government launched its Indo-Pacific strategy, aimed at growing commercial trade and investment, regional cooperation, coordinated climate action and lasting peace. As part of this strategy, Ottawa sought to restart efforts to reach a free trade deal with India that had stalled in 2017. As recently as this past spring, reports indicated that the two countries were close to sealing an agreement. Then, in June, Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a Canadian and Sikh activist, was fatally shot in the parking lot of a Sikh temple in Surrey, British Columbia. On Monday, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau told the House of Commons that Canadian intelligence had credible allegations of a potential link between agents of the Government of India and the murder. In short, Canada accused India of the extrajudicial killing of a Canadian citizen on Canadian soil. The killing and subsequent accusation have set off a rapid and severe deterioration in Indo-Canadian relations. Canada expelled Pawan Kumar Rai, an Indian diplomat and the head of its foreign intelligence in Canada. India followed suit, expelling a Canadian diplomat. On Wednesday, New Delhi advised Indians in Canada to be on guard because of growing anti-India activities and politically condoned hate crimes and criminal violence. Foreign policy tends to be domestic policy with its eyes trained abroad. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi accuses Canada of harboring radical and terrorist-linked Sikh separatists. Canada maintains, rightly, that it treats Sikh diaspora communities as it would any other, respecting freedom of expression and other constitutional rights and the rule of law. Furthermore, Canada is growing increasingly weary of India's authoritarian, anti-minoritarian turn under Modi's premiership, backed by his Hindu nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party. In June, at the time of the Nijjar murder, Trudeau's national security advisor, Jodie Thomas, warned that India is a top source of foreign interference in Canadian democracy. In essence, Modi wishes to control Indian domestic politics abroad. This is intolerable. Murder in its name is worse still. Reports claiming that Canada's relationship with India is irreparable are probably overstated. India was Canada's 10th biggest trading partner in 2022, well behind the United States and China, but growing. It is also Canada's top source of migrants, roughly 4 times that of second-place China. Relations are at a low point, but long-term strategic interests will likely force an improvement in time. India is critical to the West's geopolitical goal of containing China. Canada's top allies, including the United States and Britain, are unlikely to disrupt their own relationships with India, even as they pay lip service to Canada's outrage over the alleged assassination. Indeed, they will no doubt work behind the scenes to smooth things over. Conclusion. In the meantime, though, as the Nijjar murder investigation proceeds, Indo-Canadian relations might further deteriorate. But this is as it should be. Even realist foreign policies need be set aside when states face egregious violations of domestic and international law. Thanks for watching.